why gunpowder isn't craftable in Minecraft. So recently there's been a huge discussion in the Minecraft community about gunpowder and whether it should be craftable. As the sulfur cube, sulfur cave and sulfur update was introduced, people thought this would be a perfect time to make craftable gunpowder and a gunpowder crafting recipe using sulfur. But this didn't happen. But why? Well, it's not that Mojang's being lazy or Mojang just haven't thought about it, and I'm sure they've seen communities suggesting it. However, it hasn't been added for many different reasons. One of these is because how would you craft it? If they made sulfur easily be able to craft gunpowder, for example a sulfur spike, maybe a piece of charcoal, and maybe some bone meal or something, and this gives you gunpowder, then that's very easy to obtain. And it would mean that a lot of people would have a lot of gunpowder and therefore a lot of TNT. It would also defeat the purpose of peaceful mode, because imagine if people exploded your base of TNT constantly, it would no longer be peaceful mode. It would instead be explosive mode or something like that. So therefore, they're likely two of the reasons they haven't added it. But what would a good crafting recipe be? Well, one suggestion that my Discord server came up with, if you want to join, by the way, I'll leave a link in the description down below, was a piece of sulfur spike, and then a piece of charcoal, and also a wither skeleton skull, or a skeleton skull I suggested, because therefore you can get it on peaceful mode, because you can go to ancient cities and get skeleton skulls there, but wither skeletons you wouldn't be able to, I don't believe, at least on peaceful mode. Even though you wouldn't be able to find many of the skeleton skulls, you'd still be able to get some, and it would still be a way for you to be able to craft. Maybe each one of those crafting recipes would craft like 16 or 32 gunpowder or something, so it's obtainable but not too overpowered in peaceful mode, and just in general in Minecraft for a crafting recipe. But do you think it should be craftable? Let me know in the comments below, and what do you think a crafting recipe for it should be? I think it's a matter of balancing things in Minecraft, because Minecraft is slowly adding more and more features that are craftable, have renewable ways to get them, and of course it's great to be able to have renewable ways to get things, but people want everything to be renewable. I've seen people be like, oh, even the cinnabar should be renewable, or you should be able to make like deep slates, like generators and stuff in Minecraft. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to have some blocks and some items be regenerable, and so you can get unlimited supplies, but also some it's just not needed. And personally, even though I've never built a gunpowder farm, I think it is kind of good to have some stuff that you need to build farms for, or if you want to get it without farms, you can go out and kill creepers. The whole point of killing a creeper is that you can use the gunpowder for firework rockets, or for TNT, or anything else you want to use the gunpowder for. But if they make it craftable, it makes creepers less necessary to kill, and takes away the need to defeat them, as you can just let them explode, and then you can fill in the gap and go craft the gunpowder with the sulfur or whatever crafting recipe is added. So I don't know, it is really up for debate whether it should be added or not, but personally I think it's good that some things in Minecraft aren't craftable, and that some things you do have to go and adventure for or kill mobs for, and you can't just get an unlimited supply without doing anything or really easily within inside of the game. Even though it makes sense for sulfur to be used to craft gunpowder, I think it might be a good thing that they didn't make this as an addition. But it doesn't mean they don't listen to the community and don't take feedback on board. They've proved this with this last drop by changing the generation and changing a couple of other things as well from community feedback. So just because they get a suggestion doesn't mean Mojang have to add it. It just doesn't mean that every feature fits in Minecraft. The players think a lot about Minecraft features but don't think about the longevity or whether they actually fit in the game or balance them, unlike Mojang, which have to do that. They have to think about the future and have to make sure that the features actually fit, and people won't just go and explode their whole Minecraft worlds with TNT.